Hey, Thomas from TSG Makes here. So my oldest daughter is now not a baby anymore and her bed is too small for her. So we are going to make another one. You'll see it's an all adventure again. I'll make some mistakes, but it's a good project. Let's go. This project starts by measuring and cutting everything following the plan. All the wood is something that I reclaimed. Okay, stop right there. I'm making a big mistake here, you'll see later. As I said, it's reclaimed wood, so I check if there is no rocks or anything in there. Once it's cut to size, I'm going to clean and plane one face using my Stanley number 5 hand plane. Ooh, nice shaving. And then I clean the other face, making sure that it's perpendicular to the first one I cleaned. And I was very happy with the shaving this hand plane was making. It's actually the first time I'm playing pieces that long, and it was actually quite a challenge to clamp it on the workbench. Then I use the perpendicular angle as a reference on the table saw to cut the pieces to size. And during this project you'll often see me switch back and forth between hand tools or power tools because I often work during the night and I don't want to wake up my girls, so I can't make any noise, that's why. Like right here, it must be night because I'm using a handsaw to make the tenon, and in the next shot I'll be using my miter saw. So for this project, all the joints are doweled Mortise and Tenon joint. Why? Well, it's because I wanted a system that I can undo if necessary, if I need to move the bed or just even to move the bed upstairs in my daughter's room. It's much easier that way. Once all the tunnels are made, I can mark the mortise. And start the mortise with a brace. And why? It's because, well, I can't make any noise and my power drill is getting weaker and weaker. And then I use a chisel to clean the walls of the mortise. Then I test fit all the joints and I make adjustments if necessary. And when it fits perfectly, I mark the mortise and tenon. Next, mark and drill the holes for the dowels. And then I mark the center of the hole I just made and then offset it on the tenon so it will push the joint together when I insert the dowels. So right here you can see that the short sides are lower than the long side, and I didn't need the slats to lay on top of it, so I'm adding another piece so the height is the same everywhere. And while the glue is curing, I'll cut the dowels and I'll then carve them with a pointy side and a curvy side so they don't explode when I'll hammer them in place. The glue is cured so I can plane the face together, and oh no, the scraper is going to go down. Come on, catch it before it falls. No, not the scraper. Come on. Okay, I got it, I think. Yes, whew, saved. And then it was time to sand. I don't like it, but you have to do it. So. I like to add chamfers everywhere I can, so the angles won't break or mark. So I'm doing a first dry fit, and you can see here how the dowels pull the joint together, and it works very well. And then I tested it with my weight. Okay, it cracked, but it can hold me, so I think we are okay. I also checked that the dimensions were okay, and then we can work on the sides. And I took my time and measure and mark everything because, as I said, it's reclaimed wood and I can't lose any piece of it, so I want to be sure that I have enough of it. Because I have a small garage to cut the sides, I had to undo the structure, but right now I need it back together, so I put it back together, and I'm marking where I want the sides to land, how high I want them to be, and I place 2 blocks of wood at the right height so I can hold the first side, and I'm just going to screw it in on the base of the bed. It's a simple process and it works well, and it's what I repeated all around the base for all the sides. I wanted to use my trim rotor to clean the sides, but as you can see the bit was too small, so I got the big rotor out and cleaned the sides. My daughter's room has a cloud theme, so I'm going to add clouds to her bed, and it will have kind of a 3D effect to it, you'll see later. One of the biggest challenge for this project was that I don't have enough place, so I have to move everything around every time. And right now I'm marking the shape of the cloud on a piece of wood so I can cut it on the bandsaw. And then I refined the shape with a rasp. If you use Ryobi tools, I'm selling on my Etsy some battery holders, as you can see, so check them out. I cut the rough shape of the clouds with a jigsaw, and then I'll use the clouds I made earlier as a template and use a trim bit to make the exact shape. But before that I decided to add a fillet all around. And now I'm screwing on the clouds that I'll use as a template. The rotor was too big to reach everywhere, so I cleaned some parts with a chisel and a rasp. Then I filled some holes with a paste. Then it was time to sand again and finally paint the cloud with the same color as the clouds that are already on the walls of my daughter's room. And while the paint was curing, I can undo all the side, add a fillet, do a little bit of sanding. As you can hear, my sander is definitely not working well, and it was literally dead at the end of the project, and I ended up just doing it by hand. And finally it was time to paint everything in white. So I won't bore you with that because, well, it's kind of boring, so let's move on, have a little drink, and it's done. And now we can take everything upstairs in my daughter's room, but before we have to undo her old bed. And I've even found her first pajamas. She was so small. At this point I've already assembled the structure like 4 times, so it's really simple. I just have to put the mortise and tenon together, add the walls, and it holds very well. And right here I'm making a mistake. The short side is upside down, but don't worry, I'll catch it later and put it back in the right position. Okay, that's much better. Now I just have to put all the dowels in and it will be done. Then I just screwed all the side panel on the structure. At some point I also thought that it would be a good idea to cut the pointy bit of the dowels. Then I screwed the slats in place. I think it's a little bit high. I'll have to check the plans. Okay, so I do think that I actually made a mistake because this should be only 76 centimeters high, and right now it's like at 1 meter 10. The mistake I made is that I cut the feet at the max height, so I have to cut some of it. So we'll do that right now. I have to remove this per feet. I don't know how I made this mistake. It's so stupid. So to fix my mistake, I start by making a hole in the wall, and I mark the new where I need to cut. It was actually quite fast to fix, but well, this is how you learn. You have to make mistakes to learn. Ah, c'est quand même mieux.
Il te plaît ton lit, Malini?
Well, I think my daughter was happy with her new bed. It was quite a challenge for me, but honestly I had fun making it, and there is a second part coming up because I had to make some drawers for it. I hope you did like this video. If you did, please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!